all these rich folk, they still make money, even though they're multi-millionaire billionaires. They still make money. Jeff Bezos is making, what do they say? Like every 10 seconds, he makes like 12K or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like, yeah, he.
Once you get to the
just imagine right now, there's people who are ordering Amazon right as we're speaking.
Oh yeah,
probably thousands of orders are done right now. This man has made so much fucking money off of that. Just by us talking in the last 10 minutes that we've been on here, that we've been talking. And by the way, episode 66, finally we're back. Pardon our ignorance, episode 66, the Random Black Kid here. And look, I have a new co-host, AJ.
Hello.
Yes. So anyway, we've been talking about this. Well, yeah, this motherfucker, he makes so much money.
So I decided to look up the average amount of sale of orders on Amazon in a day. And this is from CapitalOneShopping.com. And it says on an average day, Amazon customers place an estimated 11.95 million orders
a day.
In a day.
Jesus Christ.
497,884 product orders per hour, or 8,298 orders per minute.
So over 8.7K orders every minute.
Almost 8.3K.
Oh, 8.3K orders every minute.
Yep. And almost 500,000 an hour.
So this man in 2 hours is 1 million orders in 2 hours.
Yep.
8.3K every minute.
Yep.
This motherfucker makes so much money, he doesn't need to make money anymore. He gave his wife, like 21 billion, right?
His net worth, something like that, yeah.
No, didn't he give his wife, like, because when they got divorced, it was like 21 billion? Or some shit like that? It had to be like
his net worth is 204.3 billion. And that's not even the highest. It's not even the highest.
We're never going to see that money.
Elon Musk is at 269.8 billion.
Well, look, Twitter, Tesla.
No, we're not counting Twitter because he
took over.
He spent 44 billion, which is insane.
Insane.
Yeah, Tesla, SpaceX.
Oh shit, SpaceX.
Yeah, SpaceX is where he makes a lot of the money.
Oh shit, I forgot about SpaceX.
Space stuff is expensive.
Super expensive.
Super expensive. It is ridiculous how much a shuttle costs.
Hell yeah.
That's 12 figures.
Bro, we're never gonna see 12 figures in our lives.
I'm going to go back to utero and start saving from there.
Oh my god! If I had a time machine, I would go back to when I was a kid and come up with
Mama,
something.
I want my money.
I would come up with some. I don't know what I would think of, but if I had the knowledge now,
go back in time, keep our current age. Go back in time to when Elon was about to when Jeff Bezos was about to launch Amazon
and beat his ass.
Kick his ass. Like, this is our idea.
I like that. I like how we thought about just beating his ass instantly. Just come back in time and whoop his ass.
But also keep in mind the figures that I just said for Amazon orders doesn't take Amazon Prime into account.
Oh shit! I forgot. Oh,
or Amazon Music yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then it's a monthly subscription too.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
So, hey, you wanna start working for Amazon?
I already do.
Oh, you already do?
Oh my god. But yo, episode 66, I'm finally back with podcasting. It's been almost a year. I think the last one. No, it's 66, remember? Because we fucked up the audio. So
that's
I'm not cutting this part out, but look, we shot this before.
Oh,
and my
okay. That's
audio was
okay.
yeah, the audio
Okay,
was
I got you. I got you.
fucked. And I'm probably looking bright as hell right now. I'm trying my best to freaking not be as light bright as possible. I think I could turn this down. I think no, that doesn't even help. I'm still bright. Okay, I'm just gonna deal with it until I figure something out. But it's okay because the people who are listening to this, if you don't see it, it's
Yeah,
okay.
no,
Anyway,
you're describing something that no one can really pay attention to.
yeah, they really can't, and that's all right with me. But episode 66, we're gonna keep it at that. We tried, and then audio fucked, and we're like, oh, we got to do it again. So I'm
Oh,
not
cool,
cutting
cool,
this
cool.
part out, but this is behind the scenes. I had to cut everything out, and then when I try to upload it, I'm like, oh, I can't hear shit. So I had to redo it. So we're doing episode 66,
It's the Redux.
the redo of that. So like I said, the random black kid Pierre, whatever. I've been doing this for years. I have another. This is like I said on the previous one. This is like my fifth or sixth or seventh co-host. But hopefully AJ's here to stay for long. Everybody else, I love y'all. From my boy Mike, who's in the Air Force, to my friend Nay, to my boy Chris, who listens, that's in LA, to my boy Barry, to my boy Ray, to my cousin Rashawn, to everyone else who helped and was, forefront when we just called Project Black Podcast and we switched it to Pardon Our Ignorance. Thank y'all. And hopefully I actually do something more with this, and I'm going to. We have a lot of ideas that we're going to do. We're going to have a lot of more episodes coming out, two every week. So get used to it.
We're gonna try. We're gonna
No, we're
try.
going to do two. We're going to do
We're
two
definitely gonna do it.
by
All right.
any means necessary. We're going to try to get two out, even if it's a
Whenever we have
15-minute. You said what?
whenever there's internet connection.
Fact, because honestly, dog shit internet connection. um, but yeah, even if it's a 15-minute episode, yeah, we're gonna still put that out. So it doesn't really matter.
Episode's an episode.
Yeah, episode's an episode. But yeah, so we just you hear the conversation. We talk about all that shit. It's cool. But AJ, like I said, you already know this because we did this the other day. Spins. I I haven't listened to anything new. I think the only song that I've been listening to that's been on repeat for the last 2 weeks is called Oh my God, hold on.
You already
It is
forgot it.
called
Just
it's
listened to
called
it and already forgot it.
no, it's just I don't look at it, I just know Smino. As I don't know if you heard of the rapper Smino. Hop Out Your Feelings with Cal Banks, Smino, and Buddy. Um Probably one of the most chill songs I heard. Like it's like a song that you can play on like a rainy day or like a really how it's not rainy, it's like cloudy. The
Yeah,
fall, typical
like
fall weather. So it's
overcast.
like yeah, but it's not gonna rain. It's just cloudy and kind of cool out. If you're just like chilling and you're like chilling on a porch or something, like yeah, or like you can play it when you're like cleaning your room or some shit like that. There's a lot of like artists and songs like that it's just like a rainy day like playlist or let me clean the house
Oh yeah, definitely
playlist.
like the chill vibe where it's like
Yeah,
not like gloomy, but like kind of feeling down and feeling your feelings a little bit.
yeah. So there's a lot of that. So that's the song that I've been. Outside of that, it's just this typical Afro beats, rap music, R&B, hip hop, etc.,
Yeah.
etc. So I will move it to AJ. Since AJ, you already know what we do. What's it about? What's his current songs,
Yeah.
either current or past or blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
Most recent was the Emptiness Machine by Linkin Park. It's their newest. It's their first single off their new album From Zero, giving them some publicity, even though they don't really need it because it's Linkin Park. They
Hell
got their
yeah.
new singer, they got a new drummer, and so far I really love what I'm hearing.
Okay.
That's okay. That's a hard pass.
Wow. Okay. Freaky ass. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, no. Yeah. I mean, I should do like a list of like why my Cherokee's making this crazy ass sound. Do like a playlist of like the music you can listen to during like a cloudy day outside or whatever. Because we gonna have a lot of those days moving into autumn or fall, whatever
Oh
you want to
yeah.
call it. And I had that today, and I was like, oh shit, this song came on. I was like, damn. All right, all right. But to get into it, AJ has brought something to my attention. I'm not on social media all the time. I'm on it, but I'm not on it. Like it's kind of weird. I'm on social media, but I'm not.
Yeah, no, me too. I just get the notification from like the sports apps.
So AJ brought to my attention of Devontae Adams winning out of Las Vegas.
Yeah, and that's honestly, why would you want to play for the Raiders? That might get me some heat from some people out there, but that's it hasn't been really that good of a program of a franchise for a while now.
If they had Derek Carr, I think it'd be
Yeah,
better.
but they didn't do anything.
I understand, but you can still build if you had like a good
Yeah.
quarterback. They don't have a good
Well, they
quarterback.
tried rebuilding and they just never could get past. It doesn't. Well, it didn't help that they're in the AFC West, which is
Getting cooked.
is such a bad division. Every time there's a good team, the rest are garbage. The only division that's worse, only two divisions that are worse, is the NFC South and the AFC South.
Yeah.
And the only time the AFC South was relevant is when Peyton Manning was in Indy.
Yeah.
And the NFC South is a joke. And like that's a parody of itself, so that's mainly because it's got Carolina.
Yeah, that's yeah. Well, my thing is if they would have kept Carr, which Carr wanted out or whatever, or some forget what that situation was. So I think I mean they have the tools, they had the tools to
Yeah.
rebuild. Uh I think they just need a new quarterback. I don't know. I don't watch too much of the Raiders. To be honest with you, for me, I only watch Philly. Like I only watch Philly. It's hard for me. It's kind of weird. It's hard. I love football, but it's hard for me to watch other teams. It's hard for me because I know players on teams, but it's hard for me to get into them because I guess because I'm a fan of just watching Philly. Like when I was growing up, like being a Michael Vick fan. Like I said, Mike Vick's my favorite
Yeah.
player. I was only like seeing if there's a Vick like game on, like a Falcons game on, and I'll watch it. I just couldn't get into it. Like with basketball, is weird. Basketball for me, I can get into watching anything. That's because I played basketball for 20 years of my life now. So watching basketball, I just can't watch college basketball or the
Yeah,
WNBA.
I've noticed that if you're an athlete or at least a former athlete, whatever sport you played, not necessarily always the case, but the sport you played the most is one you tend to watch more than just your favorite team. Because with football, I'll watch literally any game, but with basketball, even though that I did play like half a year longer than football, I usually just tune in for the playoffs.
Yeah. I yeah, it's man, I can say
It's
that.
weird.
It's a weird situation because I can only watch Philly, and I remember times of not having cable and shit. Like that's the only thing that was on. Like, yeah, that's the only thing. It was either Philly or Pittsburgh, and I hated the Steelers, still do,
Oh yeah, no,
but
yeah, I couldn't.
yeah, I wouldn't watch them because I
Only
fucking hated the
Pennsylvania
Steelers.
teams I like is Penn State football, and by proxy all their other sports, but that's just obvious. Hershey Bears for hockey, and the Harrisburg Senators because I'm from the Harrisburg area, so the York Barnstormers or whatever, they can go, or York Revolution, the Lancaster Barnstormers, they can go fuck off.
Yeah. I'm not a big baseball person. I'm not a big hockey person. I'll watch it. Like, as people be like, "Oh, I can't watch baseball. I can't watch hockey." I'm like, bruh, I can. Only sport I can't watch is soccer. I can't fucking do it. I
I'll
can't.
watch soccer. Oh, you said soccer, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. Fuck soccer.
World Cup and
I said,
Olympics. World Cup and Olympics is like the only time I'll watch it.
nah, I wouldn't watch it then. Fuck that shit. That shit boring as
Hey, gotta
fuck.
get that U.S. pride though.
They're like, oh, well, it's so much. It's a difficult sport because you're only using your feet. I'm like, dog, that's cool. All right, like, what do you want? What do
I
you
mean,
want? Like,
football, you only use your hands.
but that's the thing. I'm like, okay, they'd be like, okay, try going.
Basketball, you only use your hands.
I would think soccer would be easier to pick up than basketball, football, and
Yeah.
hockey. Like,
Oh,
I think it'd
definitely.
be
The
easier.
hockey and baseball would be the hardest to pick up. As soon as
And
you introduce a third like thing, like a bat or like a hockey stick or even a lacrosse stick, it just increases the learning curve so much, because you know how to use your hands and your feet naturally, but as soon as you add another thing to the equation, it's a different tool set.
yeah, because you gotta sit here and now you gotta practice. Like,
Yeah.
with
How do you
practicing, it's gonna be way
what's the
different.
grip? How do you hold the object? What's the form of the swing gonna look like?
hmm How to tell like a curved ball, how to tell like a
Yeah.
fastball, a screwball. Like, it's just
It,
you gotta do all that for like baseball. Hockey is a fucking beast of its own because you gotta
yeah, you
see a
gotta
little
have
black puck.
right side, white ice.
Yes,
And yet it's
and
still so hard to see that thing.
you're trying your best to keep your eye on the puck and eye on defenders because you can get hit blindsided like you're in football.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, but in
it's
hockey,
like, yeah,
you can get your head ripped off from just one hit, and they're not going to call unsportsmanlike.
yeah, pretty much, there's nothing.
Yeah,
So it's just I don't know. Is and then with basketball and football, with football, I would say it's easy, but also it's not because yeah, like with soccer, you can you dribble with your feet, blah blah blah, and you can juke somebody. But with football, man, it's when you're running and you're running with somebody, and they're not trying to kick at it, they're trying to grab you. You have like your instinct is like, all right, cool. How can I beat somebody with your foot, like with footwork? Like, they both do footwork, but with
yeah,
football is I'm carrying a ball. I had to hold on to this ball with basically I'm only have one arm to get out of the way. Like with soccer, like you get your
yeah.
balance, but with one arm, like you're trying to hold a ball, stiff arming other grown ass men away from you, breaking free of the tackles. Like, bro, you're doing a whole bunch of shit,
And
and
then
then
the other half of the time, you've got two arms on the football where you're just running so you don't get the ball stripped.
yeah, and then when we're talking about receiving, you gotta beat somebody off the line and get open,
Yeah,
and then you gotta try to catch the ball over top of somebody who's on you.
don't even get
With
me
a
started on
quarter
crossing routes,
fact, they used to get started
bro.
on being a quarterback.
I played wide receiver, and I hated doing crossing routes, because as
Oh,
soon
you
as you
get
open up for that pass, especially if you're jumping,
yeah, you get taken out
boom,
quick.
real
But
quick.
being a
You got a
quarterback
safety
is
coming
the
downhill or a linebacker just laying their shoulder into you.
yeah. But with a quarterback, it's also like that's the worst thing. Like,
Oh yeah, you got
you're
so much to think about.
and you don't have that much time, especially against a great defense, a great
Yeah,
defensive line. You don't have time, especially if they blitzing your dumb at. Like, bro, you don't have time to
yeah.
think anything. Like, if you don't have good protection, it's over for you.
No, and the quarterback has to know what all 22 positions on the football field, offensively and defensively. He needs to know what every player is doing and what their job is, so he can counter the defense properly.
Yeah.
Like it's
So you're playing chess,
oh yeah,
literally.
yeah.
You're playing chess. So it's like, yeah, I couldn't like soccer would be probably easier for me to pick up. I mean, I'm a cardio person, so I think I'd be great with cardio. It's just like you learn how to dribble. That's cool. You know, you learn how to juke. Okay, cool. Like I think it would take me easy. Like with basketball, man, with basketball, it took me forever to get good. Like I think I picked up a basketball at 7. I didn't get really good at basketball until I was like 16, going on 17.
Yeah. I usually am a 3 guard, but depending on the personnel, I could be a stretch 4 or a center.
In high school, yeah. In high
Yeah,
school, you'd have been a center. How tall are you? 6'2"?
6'2", yeah. So
Oh
I know
no,
how to post up.
yeah. They would have kept your ass at like, because I was what 5'8" in high school. Like yeah, I wasn't that tall. But you know what's funny? I played center.
Yeah.
Like
Like I
I
said,
would
it
literally
depends on
jump for
who's
the
out
ball.
there. It depends on
Bro,
who's
no, there
out
was
there.
somebody taller than me, but they wanted me at like playing
But was he
center.
skinny though? Like, did
No,
he
he
have
was
any?
stronger than me. He was stronger than me. He's like 6 foot 6'1". There's like 3 guys that were no. My senior year, there was 4 guys that were taller than me.
And they had you playing center.
They had me playing like jumping for the ball. Yeah, and then I couldn't bring the ball up like at all, which it
Yeah.
kind of defeats the purpose of me, getting into the offense. It's like, bro, you want somebody who they had like 2 juniors on the court, and I was like, bro, like I understand you want them to be, whatever, but you have my cousin was on my team, and I was like, you have probably the best point guard in the school, like on your team, and you're not giving him any shine. Like you're having him come off the bench for 10th graders, dog. And my cousin, honestly, at that time, my cousin was way better than me. Way better. That's the only person I would say that was better than me. That I could sit there and look in like people's face and be like, the only person who's better than me on his team or better than me in this county is him. Like, that's it. I would not say anyone else was better than me because he'd been playing basketball since he was 3.
Yeah.
I didn't touch a ball until I was 7, and I wasn't even really playing. I moved to a new school. They was like, it was gym class. I'll never forget my first gym class in Dover, Pennsylvania, for people who don't know. I moved from the city, from all the hood folk to this country ass place. And I'll never forget my first gym class. I was sitting there, big ass afro, little ass kid, big ass afro. And they said, "Oh, we're playing basketball." I forget my my gym teacher's name. He's probably not. I don't even know if he's still alive. Um, this is '04, so he was probably like, I think he's already in his 50s, so probably not. I don't know. I don't want to say that, but I
Yeah.
don't know. So I'll never forget. He's like, "Yeah, we're playing basketball." I was like, "All right, cool." He said, "For every shot that goes in, you'll say shot that go like you'll be like, hey, win it, blah blah blah." So man, I never forget. I had like, damn, it had to be like almost 17 points or some shit like that just by shooting. And I believe, like, I never picked up. I mean, I probably played with a basketball before, but I never went to the court and shot
Yeah.
basketballs that I could remember around that time. So getting the high score for fourth grade was in second grade with second graders, dog. What for
Yeah.
second graders? I already had that. I had the record, and I got a free basketball.
Hey, there you
But
go.
it was the fucked up part was I didn't notice at the time. And people who the hoopers that know this, when you have like that lump, it's called a titty. Like they'll say there's a titty on the ball. It's
Oh,
like
on the
that big
ball.
ass lump. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it had a titty on it. And I was like, I ain't even care. It's like a free basketball. I ain't had to ask my mom about it. Bro, I took that basketball to the park every single time I could go to the park. I had to go to the park with my sisters whenever they could. I couldn't go by myself. So I would take that ball with me every single time until it popped. Like, man, that was dope. But yeah, I didn't get good until I was like 16, 17. I remember the first time I had that scored big. The most I scored in high school was like 17 points, 15 points.
Most I had in a game was 10.
Well, we played a team uh
And that
that
was
was
like 10
trash.
straight. That was 10 straight in one
What?
quarter
Oh my
coming off the
god.
bench.
Oh, he was the sixth man of the year.
Yeah, for that game. 6 man of the
He was the best sixth man of
game.
the game. Yeah, no, I started. It was like junior varsity. Never forget 10th grade year. We had like the best 10th grade team, the JV team, in a minute. Like we were beating varsity's ass. Like every practice, we were killing varsity every fucking practice. We were breaking their what you call it?
Spirits.
Their defense. Well, yeah, and their spirits too. Because rest in peace to my coach, Coach Wallace. He would get on their asses all the time. We would press them with 1-3-1. Is like, if people who know basketball, 1-3-1 zone, 1-3, then one. It's kind of self-explanatory. But when you take that 1-3-1 and you put it full court and you make these guys try to
Oh,
beat you,
oh no, that's
oh
dirty.
my god,
That is,
we
ooh,
were
I would
trapping these
hate that.
we were trapping these
God.
motherfuckers. We were making them throw passes that we all could get to because we were all quick enough to get to the ball. And I had the most like I was probably the smallest one of the smallest dudes, but I had on a JV I had the most hops. On varsity on the varsity team, like there was taller dudes that could dunk. There was guys like a little taller than me that could dunk. So I was in that pecking order of like jumping high. So if you throw the ball towards or around me, I'm gonna get the ball. I don't care
Yep.
who tall or not. So oh yeah, we would run through them on in practice. I remember my coach, and then like if they couldn't beat us, they would have to run suicides.
Oh, I hated those.
I love suicides, but only
Crazy.
thing I hated
Crazy.
is when we had to be like, oh, we're one for all. I'm like, dog, ain't no one for all. Y'all fucked up. We ain't fucked up. Beat us next time. But then we all had to run. I'm like, man, fuck this
Bro,
shit. Like, I don't know how to do this.
I'm 6'2", couldn't even dunk, but yet I could block everybody.
You could dunk.
I
You just
can't
didn't
dunk.
work on it. You could have. You didn't work on it.
Oh yeah. I also got tendonitis in both knees, so I don't want to push it.
Look, you could do. You could do what's those shits called?
Oh yeah.
Calisthenics or whatever.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, you could have
If
been alright.
I like worked on it year round, then obviously yeah, no problem.
Exactly.
But I was also a multi-sport kid growing up like my entire life, and like most kids are when if they play sports, they're usually playing two or three. I just never could dunk. I can touch rim, but I could block shots.
That's what I was
That's
doing. I used to
also
chase people
because
down.
yeah, that's also because I have a 6'5" wingspan.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, my like I was literally at work. I said this in the last time we tried to record this shit.
Yes.
I was at work with my buddy. We were bored because there was no one in there, and I pulled out the measuring tape, literally just standard measuring tape, and it was like, all right, let's measure our arms. So just stood out like this, straight up, as straight as I could be, and I thought it was 6'4". It was for a while, and then you get it. It's like, oh, 6'5". I was like, oh, I gained an inch. How about that?
Nah, I don't even know mine. I think mine is like 74, 75. Probably 74, 75 inch reach.
Yeah, it's about 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah. And I'm only 5'11".
Yeah, that's insane. That is insane.
Yeah.
Even though it's like the same difference with mine, but going from like 5 foot whatever to 6 foot whatever, it just sounds so crazy.
Yeah, that's why people think I'm taller because of my
Yeah.
arms and legs. I'm like, nah, dude. Like my uncle from Texas, he's what 5'10". He would say, "Oh, I'm 5'11". I'm like, bro, I'm taller than you. You not take my shoes off. I'm taller than you.
Yeah.
Hey, my Uncle Bubba would be like, "Oh, you ain't no 5'11" no more." I'm like, dog, if I take these shoes off, one of us is lying, and it's not
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, you're not 5'11" or 5'10". You're
Yeah.
about 5'8", 5'9". The same thing with my dad. He'd be like, "Oh, you're 5'9". No, you're not. Stop. You're not, because I'm towering over you. Like you have to look sort of up to me. Like no.
Yeah, no. Sometimes when I stand next to someone that's 5'9", I'm like, I really thought 5'9" was taller.
Yeah,
It's
until you
really
realize
weird.
5'9"
It
is
is
not.
really weird. Like 5'9" is like average for an American man, and
Yeah,
considered very tall for a
a
woman.
woman. No,
And I'm
actually,
just
that's
like,
above average for a woman. You're tall.
no, I'm
Five
talking
six
about
is the average for a woman.
no 5'7" is the world average, but 5'9" is the men's average for
No, I'm talking
America.
about for women.
Oh, women's is like 5'4",
5'6".
5'5".
No, 5'6" is the average for a woman.
Yeah, but yeah, you're like you're yeah. So saying very tall would work for 5'9". I'm
Yeah.
just like, I'm just looking at the top of their heads. Like, I thought 5'9" was taller.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's so
Not to be honest, it's not. It's really not. Even for me being 5'11", and someone's like, "Oh, I'm 5'9", I'm like, "Oh, you're tall, but you don't
that
feel
two
tall."
inches is a big difference.
Yeah, I'd be like, I feel like I'm way taller than you. I don't know
But it's so
why.
weird. I can say I am a foot or over a foot taller than a lot of people I have met. It is weird that I have that stat for myself. Like, because
No.
you'd only be a foot taller than people that are 4'11". So like
Yeah.
kids and people that are just past being considered dwarves or whatever the term is nowadays. Because it's
Yeah, I
like
can't say
4.
midget.
Yeah, you can say we say midget.
No, you can't.
What about the midget football league? Did you hear what
Midget
the
pro wrestling. That shit is dope. I don't know if you ever saw midget pro
MPW?
wrestling. I don't know if you ever
Yeah,
saw
no,
midget
that
pro
stuff is
wrestling.
sick.
That shit
No,
is
but I
fucking
forget where I
amazing.
heard this, but do you know what Canada calls their midget programs now?
What?
Under 18s.
That sounds so unnecessary.
Yeah, it sounds so creepy. It's like, hey, you want to go
Yeah.
see the under 18s game?
Yeah, that doesn't sound.
That
That
doesn't
sounds
sound
gross.
kosher.
Yeah, that sounds like you should be
I
locked the
mean,
fuck up.
Aubrey would love to go see that game.
Ah, damn it! I was just about. Damn, you beat me to the fucking punch. Oh, I was just about to say something like that. Ah, damn. Ah, took my fucking joke. Fuck it. Yeah, I was just about to say something along the lines of Aubrey with the under 18s. He gets there, he's like, "No, what the fuck is this? Like, where, where the under 18s at?" In his head, he can't say it out loud. Where's all the under 18 girls? That'd be fucked up. Hell yeah, buddy! It's a late one for us.
Yeah, it's
We
late.
got the late night specials, everybody. It's a late night special, but we're not gonna last long. But now this is just an episode to come back for everything. Like I said, like I was saying earlier, 2024 has been a crazy year. Not crazy in a bad way, in my opinion, but crazy in a way like has everything has come to uh full circle, or it's coming full circle.
Yeah.
Like everything is. And from Cat Williams starting out with, one of the most legendary episodes in probably podcast history or show history at that on the internet, to everything being like all the evils or whatever else. And don't mind me, I am getting freaking tissue paper because my nose is going to fucking flood soon. So
Tissue
sorry
paper?
this year.
Well,
Tissue
you
paper.
got a birthday party to get ready for.
No, tissue paper.
Yeah,
Why are
tissue
you being
paper.
such an asshole? Tissues. Tissue paper.
Those are just tissues. Tissue paper is that really thin paper you put in the
It
gift
doesn't
bags.
matter. It's still fucking paper. Why are we having this discussion? It's still fucking paper.
'Cause I'm a
It's
smart
applied
ass.
tissues.
I'm a
So
smart
okay,
ass.
okay. So what is toilet paper then? Toilet paper is
Yeah, it's toilet
I can't
paper.
say. Okay, so why can't I fucking say tissue
Because
paper?
tissue paper is already something else.
All right, should I say nose paper?
I mean, you
Because that
could.
sounds bad.
That sounds weird.
That sounds fucking crazy.
I mean, you could just call it tissues.
Well, I said tissue paper because that's the first thing that came to my head. So we're
Okay,
gonna take it.
make a poll in the description of this video.
I'm not fucking making that shit. I don't care what people call it. I'm gonna call it tissue paper. Oh, my nose. But
That's the first time I ever heard someone refer to tissues as tissue paper.
Bro, it doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day,
Nah, it's just funny.
fuck you. Anyway. No, it's like everything's coming full circle, or it's about to come full circle. With like, it's kind of weird that you say that. Weird that I said that. It's just ever since Cat did that, there's been a litany of fucking predators, uh, dudes or women who have been doing crazy. Like oh man, I just saw this
Whatever
too.
Sean Combs is.
Whatever Puff Daddy, well, yeah, he's been a weirdo for years. People been calling him like on a down low for years, and now that we have seen it, yes. Just imagine when those tapes drop, if they ever drop. Just imagine that. Just imagine who's in those tapes.
Yeah,
bro. When those tapes drop, oh my god, we're gonna be looking at a lot of people way differently.
some careers are gonna be destroyed.
A lot of careers are gonna be destroyed, and there's there's been some.
That means we'll have a chance.
Yes, we might have a chance. They're gonna start clearing everybody out. We might as well hurry up and try to build something before this shit drop.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's just been a litany from YouTubers like Dr. Disrespect, Mr. Beast, and whoever to fuck, who was it?
wait, Mr.
The
Beast was at one of his
TikTokers.
parties?
No. Not that I'm aware of. I'm not gonna say he was, but I was saying just predators in general. Like all these people who are just weirdos in like Hollywood or just like famous weirdos now. Like it's insane. Ever since Kat said that, ever since Kendrick's beef with Aubrey, that was probably the best time. And it was like weeks. How many weeks were this back to back? These going back and forth.
Even though Kendrick clearly won that beef,
4-0.
if we're gonna get good songs like that from both sides, let beefs happen more often.
For me personally, Aubrey didn't say anything too crazy.
Oh no, I'm not saying
songs.
he said anything. I'm just saying like, I vibed with his songs. Like, no,
he didn't write them.
When I listened to his songs, I was like, okay, this is a bunch of shit, but it sounds good.
It sounds good, but it's shit. People be like, when that whole beef started, people were like, "Oh, but does Kendrick have receipts of him? This, that, and then remember the time at his concert with that 17-year-old girl? Oh, you never seen that, did you?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, AJ. Oh man. So it was years ago. I don't know how old he was, but he was way older. He was probably like in his mid-20s at this time this happened, probably like 24 or some shit like that. I have no clue. I don't really follow Aubrey. So he was at his concert. Yeah, you should know. So he was doing a concert in Bumblefuck wherever, and he brought up a 17-year-old fan. Fan jumps on stage. At first, I don't know the whole story. I only seen like the clip of him saying the shit that he said. But at first, like if you had no context, you would think he didn't know at the time she was 17. And if that was a whole thing, then I'd have been like, oh shit, you know what? You can't really say he's a pedo or whatever, a pedophile, whatever you want to say. You can't really say that because he didn't know until like after. But she told him she was 17. And he would go on to say, I liked how your breast felt against me. Your ass looks good. You look good. Is this wrong that I'm saying this? He said all this.
On a hot mic?
Yes. In front of thousands of fans. Thousands. You can look up the video on Twitter. Like,
no, that's okay. That's okay.
So it happened. But people brush it under the rug. Like his fans would brush it under the rug. Oh, he's not.
No, bitch, that is the rug.
Like yeah, you can't turn a blind eye to it when there's already evidence of him being a fucking weirdo.
And on the complete opposite end of that spectrum, I saw this one clip where his people at his concert, like at least backstage or like when he was like either going on stage or coming off, some of the people in the audience were starting to sing not like us. And I was like, that's funny. Like to Aubrey.
He's I'm waiting for it to happen so I can be like, he told you so.
Yeah.
He said the embassy was going to get raided. Oh my god. Oh, just like Diddy House got raided. Oh man, this I can't wait.
Yeah.
It won't probably happen now, probably happen in the future, but when it does happen, it'll be so much bliss for me.
Once they get concrete evidence instead of just
or it is already concrete evidence on it.
Well, like tangible.
More.
Tangible.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be such a blissful day because then I get to go in everybody's face as an Auburn fan and look at him like, yeah, that's your guy. That's your boy. Yeah, how y'all feel right now, huh? It's like it's a nasty pit, like a nasty feeling in your stomach, like right in the pit of your stomach, huh?
Yeah.
It felt like somebody ripped your insides out.
I liked him when he was still in Canada doing that show called Degrassi, The Next Generation. But for some reason, once he went off on his own after he was written off that show, I just wasn't messing with any of his songs.
At first, like, they were catchy. Like, I didn't, you know what's crazy? I never really got into music. I said this on, like, an episode mad long ago. I never really got into music. I was into music, but I never really sat down and listened to albums. I never listened to any of his albums. But I would, have the MP3 player, and then you go to what is it?
Well, you had like the iPod Shuffle.
No, I had like an actual MP3 player, like the actual MP3 joint, the little silver joint. What was the oh shit, that we download songs? LimeWire.
Oh,
LimeWire.
Yeah.
Oh my god, remember LimeWire?
I never used LimeWire. I used MP3 Rocket Pro.
Rocket Pro, LimeWire. Oh my fucking god! Oh, AJ, we're so old. We're so old. People who are younger listening to this, like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, they're like, what year were these guys born in? And we start to say our years, like, wait, yours starts with 19?
So for those who don't know, for those who don't know, MP3 Rocket, LimeWire was ways you can download music illegally.
Piracy is a crime.
Piracy was a crime for us, and it still is. But at this point, being a 12, 13, 14-year-old kid, at that time, you didn't really care. So it was just, I'm going to take all these songs, download them, and then I'm going to put them on my phone, put them on, like, and then you probably get viruses.
Let me hit you with this heat.
What?
Burn them onto a CD.
Or do that.
These kids don't know what a CD is.
They don't know what a VCR is.
Oh my god, that's the worst. That's so much.
I love VCRs. That's one thing. If I could bring VCRs back, I would.
I still have one.
I don't know. I think mine's broke. You ever had the one that was a VCR and a DVD?
That's the one I have.
That's the one you have?
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? The bulky PS2s.
Oh, the PSX?
No, the
Like
PS2s.
the OG PS2s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bulky as hell.
Yeah. That's the good shit, though.
Or if you had a PS2, just use your PS2 as a fucking DVD player. Hey. If you didn't have a DVD player and somebody was watching a show a movie or whatever, and you wanted to watch a movie, go into your room, hook up their red, yellow, and white, put them into your big booty ass TV.
Get the components in.
Get all your components in. Go to your Sylvania TV, that big booty ass
on
TV.
Channel 3.
Channel 3, or it was on. You go to Source and you hit like.
If you have an aux or something like that, or like video out or some shit.
And hit that, yeah. Oh yeah, video out. Hit that joint on your big ass remote. Hit that. Like, oh my god! All you have to do is pop that baby open.
Freaking tube TVs that don't really exist anymore. Those things are heavy.
Oh my god!
CRTs were so heavy.
Or the Sylvanias. Sylvania's. Sylvania's, the big screen. The silver one,
Oh,
it was always silver. It was always
okay.
silver.
Yeah,
You ever
not
had the
the.
really big one that it was like a flat screen, but it wasn't a flat screen. It had that big ass back.
It still had the back, yeah. My one
Oh
buddy
my,
growing up had that, and it had like a speaker
oh,
connected to the bottom.
the speaker on the
Yeah,
bottom, and you
yeah.
open it up and it's all wooden.
Half. No. This one was top half was the TV, had the shit in the back, and then the
Uh,
bottom half was the speakers.
yeah, no, mine's before my house burned down when I was 6. Literally it was that, and then underneath was this wooden, and then you could
Oh,
like
okay.
open it. Oh my god! Oh, nostalgia! Oh,
All right.
nostalgia! Oh,
We could go on the nostalgia trip all day.
we can't. I can't because I'm gonna feel so. I'm gonna get so sad. I'm gonna get so sad. But you know what I do have? I do have for the final nostalgia thing. I do have a N64. I do have one under my bed right now.
Nice, dude.
And I have to. I've been itching to play it for years. I haven't had. I gotta find like oh shit, you know what? I never noticed about my TV, but on my TV I have the red, yellow, and white component. For I'm about to hook this bitch. I never
There
noticed
you
it. I
go.
never look at the back of my TV. Oh, I swear to God, I never looked at the back of my TV, and I just now noticed that. Oh, AJ, after we finish this, I'm gonna log into. I'm not gonna log. I will go into. I'm using so much modern tone, like modern fucking lingo now. No, I'm gonna hook this bad boy up, and I'm gonna fuck around with my N64. I'm gonna look for so many games online. Oh my god. Ah, this weekend gonna be crazy. I'm staying in. No one's called me or text me. I'll probably go out Friday and then probably watch the fights. But between there, oh my god, I'm searching. But that took us so we got
There you
we
go.
too high off of that nostalgia trip. Oh, I miss those
All
days,
good
AJ.
things do have to come to a close.
No, I miss those days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally the 2000s. I don't give a fuck anyone say the 2000s was lit. I don't know fuck what y'all say,
90s and
bro.
2000. Yeah,
90s to
I don't remember
2000s was
the
lit.
90s, but I was alive for 4 years of the 90s.
I was alive for 2.
Too.
Yeah, 97. How you
Yeah,
alive for 4? You're a year older than me.
yeah, but I was born in February of 96. 96,
Oh
97, 98,
shit.
99.
So 3 years.
Yeah, you've been in 3.
So yeah, 3 years. Technically 3 years.
No, not technically.
It's technically.
No. Just that is.
You weren't 4 in 99.
But you were alive for 4 years. Time
All right,
is
you know what?
weird.
Fuck you.
Time
Fuck
is
you.
weird, dude. Time is weird.
anyway,
That's a whole
anyway.
other conversation.
So I experienced 3 years.
There you go.
Whatever. So yeah, from actually 1990 to 99, best years.
Yep.
Going into 2000s up into 2008.
7. I say 7.
I say 8.
2008's a little iffy.
Nah, 2008. The only bad thing about 2008 were the video games. That's it.
And wrestling and WWE.
Yeah, they had a good
WWE
roster. They had a good
start,
roster. They had
starting
a good roster.
starting 08, the story's been going downhill.
Yeah, because it was PG. It wasn't.
Yeah,
We couldn't see someone take a chair shot to the head anymore.
Well,
Because
yeah.
CTE. Because Chris Benoit, you
I was gonna
bastard.
say, you know what happened the year before?
You just had to have CTE
He just had to do a diving headbutt for his finisher.
and take multiple chair shots, hard
Yeah.
as hell.
Like a
Never
dumbass.
like protected. You know how they say you can hold your
Oh
hands
yeah,
to protect.
unprotected headshots are just so
Yeah,
hard.
they brain your dumbass with a chair. You couldn't just get your hands up. I'd have took it. They'd have been like, "You're killing the business, bro. Fuck that, bro. I got a concussion.
I'd be like, nah, fam. I want to be able
Yeah,
to
I'm
remember what I just did.
concussed, bro. I'm concussed. You can take my push away. I don't give a fuck. I am not trying to be concussed. That's another. We should do that. We should start looking back. But shout out to there's a podcast I do listen to called Deadlock. It's a wrestling podcast, and they do look up not look they do watch like old like wrestling shows, and it puts me such on a nostalgia trip because I'm sitting there listening to them, and I since I've been watching wrestling since I was a fucking infant, like I'm watching my dad before he went to prison uh burned so much ECW, WCW, WWFE onto like VHS type like VHSs.
Crazy.
So what do all that.
Yeah.
So I was watching like 90s wrestling to like probably from 95, 96 to 99. I was watching so much wrestling. Like I had tapes and tapes and tapes of WCW pay-per-views or WCW shows, like weekly episodic shows, like
Yeah.
bro, so much. And when I listen to them, it puts me on such a nostalgia trip that I can see the ring, I can hear the ring, I can see the set, I know what the fucking intro is. I remember watching some of these shits as a child, and it just brings back so much memory. And I wanted to be like, damn, we should do like a we watch we watch like old wrestling shows and review them, but they already do that, and I don't want to bite off of them. But they are one of my favorites. So shouts out to Deadlock. They bring back so much nostalgia for me, and I'm like, damn, I really used to watch this shit, and hearing it back, bro, that shit is ass. I'm not gonna lie. That shit is ass. Like wrestling stopped being cool in like probably 2001, 2002. Not cool, but it stopped being exciting around that time. It stopped being cool around 07, 08. Probably like probably after 06, going into 07 and stopped. When they
Yeah.
brought back ECW for like the
Oh my god, that was
WWEs,
horrendous.
that was
That
horrible.
was
And that's when
terrible.
I was like, yeah, this shit sucks. This shit sucks. But growing up now I'm seeing it, and now that I see wrestling now, I'm a fan still, but I'm not like in tune. I'm in tune, but I'm not in tune.
If I have the time, I'll watch the pay per views. That's it. I don't really
I
watch
wouldn't
the
even
match.
watch the pay-per-views. I got into like, you know what's crazy? We talk about this, and before we end the show, we talk about this. Um, growing up, we was only like exposed to. I mean, you probably exposed to like the ODCW, WCW, and like OWF going into WWE. Like we were exposed to those three, but the world of wrestling was so fucking huge. Even
Yeah.
before that, we're talking
Yeah.
about the territories
Oh,
like mid
back in the
south,
early days.
like yes, early days, like the Carney shit, and then you go into like going into other countries like Japan is huge. You got
Mexico.
Mexico, Triple A, CMLL. I forget what else. Triple. Oh, I say Triple A. Yeah,
Yeah, AAA is
CMLL,
Mexican.
Triple A. Oh my fuck, like
Yeah.
Mil Mascaras down there, the big luchadors. Then you go on to like Puerto Rico. Then you go up to like I said, Japan, going to England, bro. There's so much,
So,
and
so insane.
even going into like the small indie places like Ring of Honor. Then you go to like
CZW,
Juggalo,
GCW.
GCW, Juggalo Pro Wrestling
Oh
with
god.
with the Insane
You
Clown
got you got you
Posse.
got WoW.
We
Women's
got
wrestling.
Wow, World of
Glow.
Wrestling, bro. Then you go into Japan, you got the Joshi Pro Wrestling, you got New Japan, you got All Japan, you got TJPW, you
Yeah.
got Noah, Pro Wrestling Noah, Dragon Gate. Oh my fucking god, there's so much. And I've been getting into like for the past since 2016, I've been getting into watching New Japan, and that's like I never knew New Japan.
That's top
I've
tier.
heard of it, top tier like storytelling, but the wrestling is so fucking good. It is so good. Hour long fucking storytelling or hour long like grind out wrestling that they
Yeah.
restart them like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's That's a whole episode on its own as well.
We should actually, I don't want to steal from them because I don't like it, but there's probably people who watch and review wrestling
Oh
episodes.
yeah, yeah,
So I think here and there, you know what, for the wrestling fans here and there, we're probably gonna go back and we're gonna watch some of our favorite matches or watch some of our favorite episodes from back then, and then we're gonna do a little review on them. Probably like we're not gonna do like we're probably gonna do the whole show, but it's gonna be something like that. But yeah, there's a lot of ideas coming up. But I'm glad to come back. We try to do this shit. Hopefully this doesn't fuck up. Hopefully it
yeah.
doesn't, because I don't feel like doing all this over again. And if
Yeah.
it does fuck up, I will find a way to fix it. You will hear the audio. You will hear AJ. You will hear myself. You will see us as well on
Do
YouTube or
auto
whatever.
transcribe a subtitle.
I will fucking do anything. I
Yeah.
will narrate whatever we say. I will try to read both our mouths to see what the fuck we just said. I will do it. But I'm happy to be back. Like I said, I have AJ now. He's happy to do this. He said he always wanted to do a podcast. He's gonna do a Scooby Doo podcast with one of his friends. I believe you said.
Hopefully, we always planned on it. Just never got around to it.
Well, he's gonna do it, but he's gonna be here as well with Partner Ignorance, where you have a whole bunch of stuff. So I've been saying this for 4 years now, but stay around. I know I haven't been doing crazy work with this, but life's been crazy and everything else in between. But this time I promise I will try. We will try now to put out so much like content, so much episodes. We're gonna start building a whole bunch of other stuff that we have in the works, working with each other now. So it goes beyond the podcast. It goes on to other things that we're doing and venturing out to. So stick around for that. We'll talk about some of that when we get into it. We will talk about the things that we're doing outside of that for our personal channels and personal everything else. So man, it's nice to get back to this. I feel happy getting back into this. I've been wanting to do this for years. Bodega Boys, Desus and Mero. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but Desus and Mero, Bodega Boys was the inspiration for the podcast that I do. And when they broke up, that sucked, and I never really got back into it because I'm like, damn, my favorite boys are not even together. But it is what it is. But I'm still gonna continue to do this. Still gonna build this brand, and we hope y'all stay around because, like I said, we have a whole bunch of stuff coming up and a lot of projects, a whole bunch of projects. Oh man, we didn't even scratch the surface on what we can do. So stick around. It's gonna be a fun time. So AJ, since we did this already, you already know the final thoughts or whatever you want to call it. And Dev, I know you listen to this, you piece of shit. You stole my thing. But you know what? Since I haven't been doing it, I can't really be upset. So AJ, you can go ahead.
Talking about socials.
Oh yeah,
I missed. I don't know.
yeah.
All I heard was AJ go ahead. I have no idea what I'm saying.
Oh, you didn't hear me?
No, I heard you, but I also
Oh,
zoned out halfway through. I'm just
okay. Okay. Anyway,
no.
final thoughts. God damn it.
Final thoughts. Okay, yeah. So this was definitely fun, even though it's part two of it's not a part two. Fuck, what am I saying? This is fun. I'm excited for what's to come. I do have a personal channel on YouTube, which I did publicly just change to Never Alone Films. With has temporary banners and temporary profile pictures before I actually get that taken care of. Got episodes trying to release every Wednesday, so by the time this episode's up, my next episode should be up as well on that channel. AJ the Actor on TikTok and Instagram. But also, if you're still down for starting next episode, I could still do the monologue to close it out.
Oh no, no. You're closing out. Your monologue start next episode.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We have a lot of shit that we
doing
have.
that. Yeah.
We have a lot.
Yeah.
He has a lot that I thought of like during this whole entire thing.
Yeah.
I was like, AJ, you want to do this? And he was like, fucking up down. I was like, and we was literally doing this episode the first episode 66 before this episode 66. And I was like, yo, what if you did like monologues? He's like, oh, cool. Like I could just take them from there. I'm like, no, you come up with them on the spot, or you can just write them down. you know, you can do that. And then I thought of one that we're gonna be giving AJ and the listeners. I'll put up polls and stuff, and like shit that's on the episode wherever you want to hear it from YouTube to wherever else, and then there'll be like a poll or something you can write underneath and give us ideas of what random ass movies you want this man to watch, and he will give us. We don't know the time. We don't. I haven't came up. I came up with the subject. Like,
I will do my darndest to find it. First off, if it's like a
well,
very
yeah, he's gonna
obscure
have to.
movie.
Well, go to Twitter. I'm positive you can find it on Twitter.
Oh yeah, probably.
If you can find porno on Twitter, you can find it.
True.
You can find so many women's own OF like pages that are privated on Twitter if you really wanted to.
True.
You can. So if you can find that, if you can search that, I'm positive you can find some movies.
That's true.
So just be careful because you don't know what's gonna happen after that. So just be careful. But yeah, it's gonna be random ass movies. I mean, I might fuck around, go on Netflix, search some random shit and be like, hey, look, this is on Netflix, go watch it. Or hey, this is on Hulu, go watch it. Hey, this is on Disney, go watch it. And we don't know what time stamp we're gonna have. It might be 5 minutes or less, it might be 7 minutes or less. Who the fuck knows? 10 minutes or less with AJ. We don't know. We still gotta figure that out. But that is a concept that he will be starting for the next episode. So he has two things to worry about. I have absolutely nothing.
Aside from
at all.
Producing this entire show.
Yes, aside from fucking producing this entire show with dog shit internet. Like, that's it. I'm gonna get like a stronger fucking internet box or some shit like that. This shit's annoying. But yeah. Final thoughts, I'm sick as hell. Hopefully this shit doesn't get worse and then you guys hear me sound miserable. I'm gonna start drinking orange juice starting after this shit and into the next several days until I can't drink any more orange juice anymore. Like I said, I'm happy to be doing this.
Paper.
And I will be sneezing into tissue paper, blowing out tissue paper. I'm so happy to do this again. And hearing that AJ was saying that he never had anyone to help with his projects and me being in the same boat. I mean, I had people, but with my boys, and shout out to my boys, I love them. Like they still like family to me. Some of them are family. Their lives, changed. So they have kids, they have families, they gotta do what they gotta do, and plus they have their own lives. So I can't really input what I want to do to their lives because they have their own life to live. So I'm never angry at them. I'm only angry at them when they do some dumb shit. But I'm not angry at them. I'm not sad with them. I don't really slight them for all that because that's what they wanted to do. Either they wanted to or not. And it happened. So I'm happy for them. I continue to root for them as fathers and as individuals. So when I found someone like AJ, that me and AJ met, y'all didn't hear the story, but me and AJ met in college. We went to Millersville. We met. We never really met face to face like that because he never saw my face.
Still haven't met face to face.
Yeah, we never met face to face in person. Like literally, this is for the last 4 years.
Yeah,
this is literally how we connected and talked through like the internet, whatever. Due to remote learning and due to us being in different parts of Pennsylvania, yeah. But no, he never seen my face. I think the first time he seen my face is like he was saying on my Snapchat when I would post my face. That's the first time he saw that because no one ever saw my face. We had the quick story of being in class, and the only thing you can see is a black screen for me because it's during remote learning. My Google Chrome book didn't fucking work. Like the camera didn't work at all. So the only thing people heard was my voice. They didn't know what I looked like. They didn't know who I was. The only thing they could see is my name. Couldn't see shut notes. They could only see my name. And they heard my voice. That's a whole other thing.
That's a story for next time.
Women trying to hit on me because of my fucking voice. And me just saying this is the regular voice. I never tried anything special. People think like I I don't know if I feel like people think like I try to talk like deep or on purpose. I'm like, no, like I really don't.
Yeah,
I talk quietly. And it just happens that when I talk quiet, I have a deeper voice and it sounds way deeper than it needs to be. To tell you all the truth, I'm talking at normal. This is my normal voice. I'm talking at a normal pace. I'm talking at a normal volume. I'm not doing anything. Like this is not like a filter or anything. This is my actual voice. So that's the
this is
thing.
my
But
actual
yeah,
voice. I actually do not try to adjust it at all.
yeah, this is how
This is
artists. Well,
my voice right here.
he's taller
I
than
have
us, so
I
that's
have
probably
to
why.
change my voice for people to actually understand what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah, I have to talk louder because my
Because
mom
if
be
I
like,
talk
"You're
in my normal
mumbling."
voice, I'll be like mumbling the whole time, and no one's gonna be
Yeah,
like,
that's that's funny because my mom be like, Xavier, you're just mumbling. I'm like, Mom, I didn't. I'm literally telling you a story. She's like, what? And my mom half fucking deaf, so she can't barely hear me in the first place. So me even talking louder doesn't even make the situation better. So I guess because I talk through my teeth low key. So when I talk through my teeth, I don't open my mouth that much. So it's probably hard for people to hear me because I'm talking through my teeth. I don't try it, but it just happens.
yeah.
But that's off kilter and off topic. Happy to be doing this. I'm gonna keep saying it. Continue to do this. Build this. Me and him both are gonna grind at this, whether it's on, together or separate. We grind on this. Uh, we're gonna continue to build this. I might do some other shit with this. I'll basically talk to AJ about it, and we'll see how things go. But for the next episode, we do have a lot coming out. It's
Yeah.
been it's been a minute, so I would like to say this. Thank you for whoever is listening to this right now, whoever is looking on this on uh, Instagram, because I'll post like shit to Instagram. Uh, if you see this on Twitter, if you see this on, like I said, YouTube, TikTok, I gotta start posting on there. Don't like doing that shit, but I might give that to AJ to do because he is better at TikTok than I am. I don't know how to run TikTok. Don't you have your own TikTok?
Yeah, I'm on it, but that doesn't mean I'm
Exactly.
good at it.
Well, you're better at it than me because I suck at posting. I'm not gonna hold you. I really do.
Bro, I barely post weekly.
But I literally only posted like several videos on TikTok, and that was months ago. I don't know how that shit works. And plus, my fingers are like fucking long, and it just fucks up too much, and I can't stand it. So
The last one I posted
yesterday,
was March
okay, mine's
on
was like
TikTok.
November of last year. So you have me beat by several
Like
months.
4 months.
You have me beat. So you have 4 more months of experience than me there, Bucko. So you better hop to it. So that's my thing. Final thoughts is thank you for listening. Continue listening. More to come. So just that. So I forget how I usually end this. I even forgot yesterday how I ended this shit. Um, so it's gonna be dead air for a couple of seconds that I remember. All right. Until we meet again, I guess I ended like this is gonna be a dead end. Until we meet again, we're out of here.